What's going on, everybody? It's Grant here with another video for you. And in this video, I want to talk about how important it is to take action. If you have a plan or a dream or something you want to do, like an idea in your head that has not yet materialized yet, I need to talk about why the number one thing you should be doing above everything else, above watching my videos, watching how-to videos, above thinking about it, reading books, anything, the number one thing you need to start doing is taking action. A lot of people are waiting for the perfect moment or inspiration to begin making steps on their individual path. And while I believe there is a lot of power to be had from inspiration, I think this is like a trope that we've gotten from movies, that this is the way things work, that there's going to be that one moment of like divine spark and inspiration, and from that point forward everything is going to change and just fall into place. Rather, what needs to happen in reality is you just need to take that first step. You need to start taking action, because that is what's going to signal to your body and mind that you're now getting serious about something. It's at this point, when you start getting serious, that you're actually going to start to see yourself responding, right? You'll start to get energized, you'll start brainstorming ideas, because not until you really start trying that you actually begin to see what you're up against. And this knowledge of what you're actually up against is vital, because up until this point, everything is just literally fantasy. Let me explain. Let me give an example, right? Say you're starting from scratch and you don't even have a car and you need to get to work somewhere to get a job, right? You're starting from you just started the new video game of life, right? And you're like level 1, level 0 almost. It's not until you take that first step that you really begin to make some sort of tangible reality out of what was otherwise just an idea floating around in your head. You take that first step and you start walking in the direction you know you need to go, and all of a sudden you start to materialize the dream you have. And that is why it's so important. You're not going to know how long the walk is, to the job you need to get, how the terrain feels, what the real intricacies of your path is, until you really start trying to walk it. And once you do, it becomes a little more real than it was before you started. Say you're going to go to Target. You want to get a job at Target because it's close by. You have a plan in your head. I'm going to walk to Target, right? Because it's close, and I'm going to get a job there, and then I'm going to, work there for a while. I'm going to save up, get a car with that money, and then I'm going to use that car to do XYZ that I couldn't do without it. That's your idea, right? And that's the idea it's in your head. Nothing is in reality yet. It's not until you take that first step of walking to Target, making sure, you can physically get there, you got to see Target. You go in, you see there's some other people that have been working there for a while. You talk to a couple potential future coworkers, perhaps, right? Or maybe even meet the manager. It's not until that where you go in there and you start to get the lay of the land that anything is really starting to actually materialize. Because it's at this point that you start to accrue data. You'll talk to a worker there, you'll talk to somebody, say hey, I'm interested in working here, I have this plan, I live close by. And then they'll say okay, you need to fill out an application. And then that's new data, right? Oh, okay. I thought I'd probably have to fill out an application, but I don't know, maybe I could just walk in and get a job. Okay, no, application 100% necessary. Now you know that. Can I do it here? Oh, okay, I need to do it online, etc. So you start to break down what was just a vague thing in your head, and now it's becoming more real. Then you fill out the app. You find out the app is takes 10 minutes. It's pretty simple. It's just Target, nothing crazy. And you're okay, I got to focus for 10 minutes. That can be a tall order for some people these days, but you start to see more and more of what your idea becoming reality looks like. And this is what we do as humans. This is actually our greatest strength, that we get an idea in our head and we pursue it. It's actually crazy, right? Other animals, They're adept at pursuing food or prey. They can smell from like a mile away. But humans, we can pursue ideas. We have the brain power to do that, right? And pursue theories and this is the ability that brought us to the top of the food chain. We thought, like fire, for example. Like, okay, that fire was hot. Can I recreate that? Like living in a cave, it gives me shelter, and that's cool. But can I kind of like bring that shelter into the outside and build like a structure that's like better than this cave? That's an idea. Can I make music that like sounds like this, that like barely anybody has made before? So on and so on. It's everything around us, honestly, is ideas. If you look around, if you're in a building and you're not like outside in the middle of nowhere right now, if you're at a library, you're just in your house or something, you're literally surrounded by ideas that came into reality. But there was action that was taken, work to make it happen. Action and work are like the magic alchemical juice that it turns ideas into reality. You are like a vessel that transmutates something that's just in an ethereal plane, your mind, into the dimension that we exist in, and that is done through action. Action is like the process of combining your idea with reality, and then you have a creation baby, so to speak, which is your vision in your mind fused with the real world. And the book you write, the music you make, the body you get from working out or whatever, the YouTube video you make, the life that you have right now, it's all this strange kind of creation process, right? You know how it takes like a man and a woman to make a baby. To make a creation, it's like an idea plus work equals creation. We're very creative creatures. I think this art of idea manifestation is something that I think we're losing a lot of, and a lot of that I think is just people not really understanding the process, and that it's an ability that we actually have, and just the willingness to try as well. And that, my friends, is why I say taking action, taking the first step, is so important, because really it's the only thing you can do. You just have to decide that you're done listening to whatever hesitation or fear. Otherwise, honestly, if you have some vision, this vision that you have, this thing you want to do, right? If it's just been lingering in your mind and you've taken zero action towards it, you have to just almost either go for it or just admit that it is like a fantasy that you have, that you're just kind of placating yourself with. But, I think that would be a shame. I think the world needs more action right now from people who have ideas. A lot of the things that's just holding people back is just fear of putting yourself out there. And, I think that's a big part of life, is interacting with people's ideas and sharing your ideas. And I think the more of that, the better. I think the more of that, the harder it is to just lead people around in like mass groups. I think the more independent people have their own independent ideas and they try to execute on those ideas and you offer them to society, I think you give more options to society, and I think that's a good thing. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please like and subscribe and share. And most of all, leave a comment and let me know what you think, right? A comment, it's like a simple little practice of putting your idea out there, right? If you like watch this and you got something on your mind, right, that you want to say, you agree, disagree, share your thoughts, make them a little bit of a reality, right? So, all right, guys, I appreciate you listening. I'll talk to you guys later. Adios. Bye-bye.